It is once again we have been blessed by God having to be here on this morning. Amen. God has took care of us and allowed us to go through another holiday and be able to be here on this morning. Amen. Let us continue to pray for those who are traveling, those who are away, the parts of their traveling, praying in these out of town. So let us continue to pray for those who are traveling and others who might be traveling. Good to have Brother Bill back with us. Amen. Back with us, Brother Bill. This year come to a close almost, and we begin to go into the last month of the year, so at the Lord's will. And we're looking into another year. God has took care of us all these almost 11 months. He's been good to all of us. He continues to smile upon us. Amen. Continue to show favor towards us and let us live. To be in our right frame of mind. Be able to still have our being and do things that we want to do. We all must continue to obey God and do what God said do. Yeah. Every day and every month and every year that God leaves us here, we know that there's still some things that God wants us to do. When our work is finished, then God will call us home. But until that time, let us be busy doing the thing that we were left here to do. This morning, if you have your Bibles in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, look at verse number 28. We're going to talk about the word separated or separation. To separate or else to be separated. Now we do know we live in a society where we have a lot of separating. I mean, there's a lot of separating going on. I remember back in the 80s when I was baptized into the church, you didn't have too many husbands and wives separate from each other. Everybody knew and they understood that I need to do all I can to stay with my wife or stay with my husband. But now, we have a lot of separating going on in the church. And I want you to know, separation could be good, and it can be bad as well. We got to understand what does the Bible teaches on separation. When two people can't get along, then what do we do? When two people can no longer agree or see things eye to eye, what do we do? But before we get there, listen in Proverbs chapter 16. Notice verse number 28. The Bible says, "For a man soweth stripes, and a whisper separates chief friends." Now, if you want to separate people that are good friends, then be a whisperer. In other words, a whisper is somebody that's going to say something, but it's not like it was told to them. You know, a lot of times people will repeat stuff, but they don't always repeat it like it was told. And the Bible says whisper will separate very friends. I mean, the whole thing separate people. So we don't need to be a whisperer. If you're going to repeat something, try your best to tell it just like it was told. But there's a lot of times it would do us good to not repeat some things that we hear. Sometimes people say things and they don't really say it because they want somebody else to know it. But when we start repeating things, then they can separate people. Look at chapter 17, Brother Lord, look at verse number 9, and notice what the Bible said about a person that cover or transgress. In Proverbs 17, notice verse number 9, and notice what the Bible says. The Bible says, "For a man." Notice now, verse number 9, "He that covers a transgress seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separate various friends." Sometimes a person that repeats stuff separate people. So I have heard it said that one person can start so much trouble in the church until they would take an army to quiet it down. Because you can repeat stuff. And next thing you know, you got everybody in the church mad with everybody. Sometimes it feels good to not to be a whisper, to say things and call people to get all upset. Then we do know rich people separate themselves from poor people. You know, if a person is rich, he want to be with other rich people. That's right. You don't find many rich people that will socialize with poor people. Sometimes when God blesses us and we start doing pretty good and everything, first thing we want to do, we want to move out of the neighborhood. Right. We want to send our children to a better school. We don't want to socialize with people who don't have anything. They will do it sometimes richness. Well, will separate people. Sometimes when you look at people, they done got up the ladder, now they done good, and they look down on everybody else. That separated us. Then we come down where we want to be. What cause husband and wife to separate? All right. Is it wrong for a person to separate from his or her? I mean, is it wrong? Is it wrong for the husband to leave his wife so we can't get along? Let's separate. Or the wife said, I can no longer take this abusement from you. Let's separate. Do God want us to stay and take any and everything a person does? And when you look at the Bible, one of the best things a person can do, when they're in an abusive relationship or when things are going on, whether it is a verbal abusement or whether somebody is beating on somebody, the best thing to do is separate. Separate. But we got to understand, though, what do we do while we separate? That's what we get in trouble here. We don't know what to do once we are separated. But the Bible wants to let us know what does it mean when you separate things, you're taking some apart. It was together, but now it's no longer together. And a lot of times people don't understand you can't separate from somebody without even leaving the house. You know, here God doesn't bless you with 4, 5 bedrooms. And you want to move out the house just to separate. I mean, why you just can't go on one end of the house? All right. And they go on one end of the house and just stay. Until we can be able to talk with each other again. All right. I mean, do we just have to move out and get our own place? Why not just say, okay, you go in that room. I'm going in this room. All right. And we just ain't going to talk to each other for a while. And when we're able to talk with each other, then we can come back together. We're going to look at separate because we're taking the word separate and abusing it. It's not what God wants. I remember my wife when I first got married, I hadn't been married in some years, and she hadn't been married in some years, and now all of a sudden we married, we get into a heated argument. Yes. And I never get my wife said, well, I'm going to leave. And she got ready to go. She looked at me, she got to give me some money for a motel room. And here I am, giving her some money so she can get her a room in the motel. And I realized the money that I'm giving away, we can have it to do something else with. We got extra room in the house, so why not just go to another room? Now, and we get into an argument, nobody was hurt out there, everybody going in the room. That's right. That's right. But let's look at something. We have a problem in the church on separation. We got to understand that if we're going to do things, it got to be like God wanted it to be. All right. Now, if you will, walk with me. In 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and I want you to listen to what the Bible says. Paul, he was never married, but he wrote about marriage. And he said that he wrote it by the inspiration of God. This is how God wanted marriage to be. Now, all the young people who think of one of them get married, and I hope everybody here one day realize it'll be good to marry. Because God have already said it's not good for a man to be alone.
That's right.
But if you marry somebody, make sure you marry somebody that you can marry. Don't be deceived by the devil. You're a woman. Don't marry another woman.
All right.
And if you're a man, don't marry another man because you is not doing what God said do.
Amen. Amen.
I mean, there was a time when you didn't have to worry about teaching your children that, but I'm going to tell you, parents, talk to your children now.
Amen.
Because there's a lot of people out there telling them it's all right. And if you're not careful, your daughter come home with another good woman, and you're going to be heartbroken.
Oh, yeah.
But in 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, and we're going to look at something. Well, I'll start reading at verse number 1, and this is what the Bible says.
Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me.
Paul said, now concerning the thing that you wrote unto me. In other words, it seemed like to me the church had asked Paul about marriage. All right?
It is good for a man not to touch a woman.
It is good, Paul said, for a man, don't even touch a woman. Paul said good. All right, we'll go ahead and read it.
Nevertheless,
He said, now, nevertheless,
to avoid fornication.
what is marriage for? Why should a person get married? Somebody said, you marry because you love somebody. But you know, there's a lot of people in the Bible, they were married, but the Bible don't say that they love each other. A lot of people got married, but the Bible don't say anything about their love. I want you to know, when God created Adam, and the Bible says he put a deep sleep upon Adam, took his rib out of his side, and made a woman. And he brought the woman to Adam. Did Adam love Eve? I don't see how. When he did it, when Adam woke up from sleep, here he is, got a woman. The Bible said anything about he loved her, but she was there. And Adam, you can either be with her, and you can be without. He wasn't nobody else. So now you see, marriage happened not because of love, but sometimes it was by choice. That's the only thing he had. But the Bible said to avoid fornication. See, a lot of times we teach our children everything. Don't get married because you ain't old enough. Don't get married because you don't have this and you don't have that. Well, what about fornication? If you're not going to get married, then don't commit. See, when we can learn that lesson, we'll have more marriage in the church. But until we learn that lesson, fornication will get worse and worse. And more children will be born and they not have caught up in a family not even married. There's a lot of men out here. One to get one child, they gone on to some other woman. But we need to teach our children, so look, if you're not ready to get married, then you should not be ready to commit fornication. The Bible said to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife. Let's avoid it. But now, I'm married. But my wife and I, we cannot get along. What do I do? Skip down, Brother Lord, and take it back to verse number 10, and know what the Bible said.
And unto the married I command.
Paul said, unto the married I command.
Yet not I, but the Lord.
He said, it ain't me, because I can't talk about marriage by experience because I ain't never been married. But he said, I'm going to tell you what the Lord said about it.
Let not the wife depart from her
Don't
husband.
let the wife leave her husband. God wants us to stay together.
That's right.
That's what God wants. But sometimes, we don't always do like God wants.
Amen.
And let me tell you, any marriage will have some problems. But it's how you handle the problem is what's going to count.
That's right.
The Bible says we need to understand about marriage. Paul said, I'm not speaking about experience. I'm going to tell you what God said. Notice what he said.
But and if she depart,
If we decide to separate, it happens all the time. People separate from each other. The Bible said, but if she depart,
let her remain unmarried.
see, that's the problem. People think just because you separate, they give you license to go out and be with whoever you want to be with.
All right.
Paul has said, if the wife decides to leave, okay, go ahead and separate. But you can't go out here and pick up whoever you want. I said, bro, we got a problem in the church. Because people think when they separate, they can go out there and get whoever they want to get and be with them. I'm separated now. Me and my wife are not together. Paul said, let her remain unmarried. But know what it said.
Or be reconciled to her husband.
Oh yeah, y'all need to come back together. If we take God seriously, and if we really want to go to heaven, and if we really want to try to please God, we're going to find some way that we can reconcile, some kind of way we can come back together. I want you to know, you don't have to take nobody beating on you. You don't have to take nobody abusing you. But if you decide to pack up and move, you still got to do what God said do. You got to live a life that be pleasing God. You cannot just allow yourself to forget everything about God and then be with whoever you want to be with. You know, it's sad when you see brothers, sisters, leaving their wife, leaving their husband, marrying another brother wife, marrying another sister husband. No matter what it's going to look like in the church, when you got a brother that left his wife and married another brother wife. And so, brother, let me tell you, I have saw this happen, and I have saw people talk boldly about it. Brother go to another brother and plead with us and look, I know me and my wife are having problems. Leave her alone, we're trying to get back together. No. And marry another brother wife and think the only way to help. How is it that John the Baptist can tell to Philip that you can't have your brother wife, but we can have our brother wife?
Right.
It's something that's not right. One of these days, we're going to have to stand before a real God.
Right.
We need to understand now God did not anticipate that he didn't want this to happen. Paul said, let her remain unmarried. Or else be reconciled back to her husband. If we think about this, we will come to a conclusion that if I'm planning to go to heaven, I'm going to have to do it God's way. We cannot allow ourselves to be caught up in stuff that is not right. But here we are, we're living in a time where divorce don't mean nothing. We can just leave one another and go on. You're divorced, remarry, and keep on coming to church. Keep thinking we're doing the right thing. Somebody's going to be in for a surprise one day when you stand before God. Now let's look at something. If you decide to leave, leave. But remember, I got to stay. I can't go out here doing it, I just got to stay and do things right. That's what God wants. Here we face a greater problem than that. We face a problem where we're trying to mix two things together. We want to take God and the devil, mix them together, and come out with some perfect children. That is what's going on in the church today. It seems like to me that all the young sisters in the church, regardless of how good they look, how favorite they is in the church, young men want to find somebody out there. Young women don't want no brother that serve. Don't nobody that live faithful, but they want somebody out there. That's a problem. We got to look at this because it is going on in the church. Some people don't care what nobody said to them and how you teach them. Look, you need to look for somebody who is faithful in the church. No, I don't want it. But then don't sure you marry somebody that is not faithful. You want the brother or the elder to talk to her. What can you tell the devil? I mean, what is it can you say to the devil, make the devil do right? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. It's happening. It is going on in the church. And Paul had to address it. He had to talk to the members about this. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6, and notice verse number 14, and notice what the Bible says. Because if we're not careful, we'll find ourselves being married to somebody who do not care a thing in the world about God. And any time a person don't love God, it's just a matter of time. Let's look at the Bible, let's look at it, because we got to understand there's some things going on right here in the church that we won't have to start talking about it. We won't have to try to do something about it. If not, you're going to have some stuff happen. I tell you, the Lord, hold what you got in 2 Corinthians. Go back to the book of Deuteronomy. And go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7. We'll start reading verse number 1. We'll come back to 2 Corinthians, but there's notice something in Deuteronomy. See, this is something going on for a long time. And it gets worse and worse. As one brother said, if your son marry a heathen person, if they have some children, you're going to have some heathen children. Now, but it's happening. It's going on. Notice in Deuteronomy chapter 7, and notice verse number 1, and notice what the Bible says.
When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest.
Moses, he talked to the children, when the Lord thy God shall bring you in the land whither thou goest.
To possess it.
To possess it.
And has cast out many nations.
And has cast out many nations.
Before thee.
All right.
The Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
I'm going to cast them out. This nation is greater than you are, but I'm going to cast them out. But notice what happened.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee.
When God had delivered them.
Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Kill them.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Don't make no agreement with them.
Nor show mercy
Kill
unto
them.
them.
Don't even show no mercy. All right?
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Wait a minute. How is it the person that you're supposed to drive out, the person that you're supposed to kill, the person that you don't supposed to show no mercy, then you will turn around and marry one of them. Notice now, Moses said, don't make no marriage with them. Don't do it. All right, go ahead, read it.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Don't give your daughter to his son.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Don't take that daughter to your son.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
Wait a minute. Moses knew there was going to be a problem. Moses understood the problem is going to be they're going to turn you. You imagine you're trying to live right. And here's somebody that don't care nothing about living right. Is somebody going to have to turn? Somebody. We have a hard enough time fighting the devil with God. You imagine what it's like to fight the devil without God. Amen. There's no way to win without God.
That's right.
The Bible said, don't you take their daughter to your son, don't you give your son their daughter. They will turn your heart from God. Go ahead and read what it says.
That they may serve other gods.
See, that's what happened. They had you worshiping our.
That's true.
They had you bow down to our worshiping. Sometimes see love blind people's mind.
Yeah.
Or you can't see nothing. But everything just look good. And I don't care what they do, you don't see no wrong.
Amen.
I remember as a boy coming up, and we used to buy every 45 record there was. Sometime in the house we had 4 or 5 of the same record. And I remember one of my sisters bought a record, and the song was, I Just Love the Man. And the sister said, child, what would this man at when you need a roof on your head? What would this son at when this man at when you need some food to eat? What would this man at when you didn't have nowhere to go? So he said, look, I don't matter about all that. I just love the man. And sometimes it's like that today. People just look at, I love him. And they don't think about all these things that you need to have. But they will turn your heart away from God and call you to serve Allah. Notice what it says.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled
And he gonna
against
make
you.
God mad. God done brought us out of Egypt. He done got us over here in the promised land. And here we are, these 7 nations that we're supposed to drive out, the one we're supposed to kill, the one we're supposed to show no mercy, now you want to marry. That's a problem. It's our own problem, but it's still going on. Now come back to 2 Corinthians, know what Paul said. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6, Paul writes this letter to the church. And the church members need to listen to what Paul says. Because see, if you get yourself entangled with the devil, you might not can get away from the devil. You know, sometimes you want to get away, you want to leave, but sometimes the devil won't let you go.
Amen.
I was about to say, you can get so tangled up and wrapped up with the devil until the devil will not let you go. Remember, congregating down south. And one of the young sisters there started dating a man that was not a member of the church. And the people talked to her about that. You don't need to date this man. I mean, you need to get you somebody. Like you are, that believes like you believe. And finally they persuaded her to tell him, look, we're going to have to call it quits. And she said, look, I don't want to see you no more because I want to do right and you don't want to do right, so I'm going to leave. And they was out having a fellowship, getting together, and all of a sudden he pulled up on the church ground, get out the car with his gun. She see him coming, she run in the building, she hide behind the bleachers. He walked up and found her, then shot in the head. Or sometimes the devil will not let you go. The devil can get you tangled up on him and tell you, he rather see you dead than to see you live. We need to be careful when we get into it. Notice the Apostle Paul, as he talked to the church in Corinth, he warned them about being married. All right, go ahead and read.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Don't allow yourself, as a believer, to get handcuffed to a non-believer. Don't allow somebody that don't care a thing about God to have you handcuffed with them. Notice what the Bible says.
For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
Fellowship with righteous and unrighteous. There are some things don't have nothing to do with each other. Daylight and dark, they don't mix.
That's right.
Whenever the sun comes up, dark is gone.
All right.
And whenever darkness comes, then light is gone. People that know gas and water don't mix. You can shake it up all you want to. When you get through shaking, one won't come up, the other ain't going to go down. They're not going to mix. But here Paul is, he said, now, you're a believer and an unbeliever. Go ahead and read, you know what it says.
What communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial?
You know, Belial is the devil and Christ. You never saw Jesus and the devil sitting out having a good conversation, walking together, having fun together. It don't happen. All right, go ahead, read it.
Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel?
Now, if you believe in God, why would you want somebody who don't believe in God? Here we are. We got two people. One believe, the other don't believe. It's hard to tell our young women that. It's hard to tell our young men that. Next thing you know, somebody gonna pull somebody. All right, go ahead, read it. You know what it said.
And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols?
No.
For ye...
No, don't have nothing together. I mean, I saw it done many times. People were faithful to God, come to church, singing for God, up on the table with God, meet this girl that's not in the church. Next thing you know, they done moved in the house together. They ain't married, we shagging us together. Oh, it happened. It's going on. This is what God wanted us to know. When Moses talked about it, they will pull you away from God.
Amen.
Sometimes we need somebody that we're going to be with that will help encourage me to do right. I can encourage them to do right.
Amen.
That's right.
We need somebody to encourage each other. Let's do what God said do. You don't need nobody. That when you get up on Sunday morning, say, well, look, I don't feel good. Well, then stay here with me. But you need some encouragement. Say, look, even though you don't feel good, we're going to go in and do the best we can.
All right.
See, when the devil gets you, he's not going to just take you back a little bit. He want to take you further he can back. See, the devil don't want you just to date somebody that's not in the church. But he wants you to move in with them and start staying with them. Also, brother, if you want to lose your influence, if you want to lose anything that you have to gain people, start staying with somebody.
Amen.
How can you tell a person that is not a member of the church, that the church is probably right, and we stand together? Or you can't teach a person about God and you're doing wrong yourself.
For ye are the temple of the living God.
That Bible says you are the temple of the living God.
As God hath said.
All right?
I will dwell in them
He
and
said, I
walk
will
in
dwell
them.
in them. You can't have God in you and doing everything the world does. You cannot say I'm a child of God and be truthful and living like the world lives.
Amen.
Can't do it. But it's happening. Some of the best singers that God gave a beautiful voice, they used to sing for God.